Carmen Miranda in the moonbeams, in the dance of life, in the magic's glow, in silver moon, our love will always grow.
Hey, evening, everybody. Welcome. All right, so we are going to continue on where we left off yesterday, but I do want to try to cover some IRL stuff as well. Looking at the Department of War page. So let's get the setup for both. Looking at the Department of War page just real quick so you can show you what it looks like, and also cover the what's going on with other things in life. So we're gonna go to Google Chrome. Okay, so let's go take a look. I was looking at something individually, so let's go take a look at this here. So it says here on the bottom of the screen, based on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other irrelevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying, finding, and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomenon (UAP), and unidentified flying objects (UFOs), and any or all other information connected with these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. Okay, first of all, let's just scroll down here to cleared for release. He's releasing this as chunks. So from May 8th, the Department of War is in lockstep with President Trump to bring unprecedented transparency regarding our government's understanding of the unidentified anomalous phenomenon. These files, hidden behind classifications, have long fueled justified speculation, and it's time that the American people see it for themselves. The release of these declassified documents demonstrates the Trump administration's current commitment to unprecedented transparency. Okay, so here's some of the files here. Doesn't necessarily describe what they're looking at. Agency FBI, release date, incident date, doesn't say incident location. I don't see any, let's see, oh yes, here's someone with the date. Department of State. Let's just put one of these up here. Jesus Christ, could you make this any bigger? Yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah, I can make it bigger. This is the Department of State. The president shows, you can download it. ISA file. Subject thoughts on the space alien race question. Okay. Space. Okay, so unfortunately there's no way I can blow it up. Can I view images as a bigger picture? Open image in a new tab. Let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Because my eyeballs ain't as good as they used to be. Okay, here we go. Mr. Robert F. Packard, memorandum for thoughts on the space alien question. Oh, they got a lot of scribbles on the scene, don't they? During recent discussions on the question has occasionally, rarely arisen, though rarely, excuse me, occasionally, although rarely, raising that perhaps we should consider the policy question of what to do if an alien intelligence is discovered in space. I could be great, that's even better. Um, some of discussion in this occurred, as you will recall, during deliberations on BNSP Task 1. That memo contains some miscellaneous thoughts on the question. So back in 1963, July 18th, 1963, they were asking questions about it even then. The consensus of the scientific review says with quite good reasons that the possibility of running across an alien intelligent race in our solar system is negligible. This is due primarily to the presumed unsuitability of conditions upon other planets to support life as we know it. So this is really fascinating because, in other words, we were discussing this back in 1963. Okay, so it's not new by any stretch of imagination. But tonight we're going to continue on the story, and we're going to have to fill in some more of our cabinet because we didn't even get a chance to fill in the cabinet. Here's the link to the Discord. Hey Nads, yo Nads, how you doing? So I think today what we're gonna do is we're gonna get caught up with where we were last Wednesday, and then we're gonna continue on from here because I still gotta fill in a couple of positions. Yes, Nads, I gotta give you a job too, and I'm also going to give Blaze and Leo a job. So let's see. Yes, I got one. Perfect. So let's play it where we left off, and then we'll add some new cabinet members to the academy. Okay, so let's go with Oh, this sucks. This isn't gonna let you play it. Yeah. Oh man, that sucks so bad. That sucks worse than a vacuum cleaner. Oh God. You're like, yeah. Oh, maybe I could do it this way. Maybe that's what. Yeah, yeah. Noodles is U.S. president earlier. Okay, here we go. So I really was funny last time I got this play, and I couldn't get to work right now. I don't know why. What's going on with the sound? All right, I got an idea. Maybe it just doesn't want to show the chat with Grok. Who knows? All right, so let's see if we can figure this out here. All right, so let's go to Firefox on this. Maybe it's just doesn't like the replay things like that. www.grok.com. I'm gonna go back in the Grok over here. Super Grok. Let's see if I can get the Plate Noodles chat. Or a short piece where he left off so we can hear it. Oh, no speaker here either. Okay, so let me just. This may not be as exciting. So I'll read it instead. Hartford City, Alaska, we've wore the Fruit Head Peace Radio is now an international phenomenon. Ratings in the Middle East have broken every record. People are hosting fruit hat listing parodies. This is going to be actually interesting. It is, yeah. So, I still would love to be able to get this thing to play the chat. Okay. Ratings in the Middle East have broken every record. People are hosting fruit hat listing parties in homes from Baghdad to Muscat. Street vendors are selling bootleg fruit hats with tiny elf ears attached. Week 4 highlights. Day 22, the surprise joint broadcast. Lummy and Noodles are both on the air together for the first time since he woke up. Lummy, warm and elegant. Today we have received wonderful news. Representatives from Iran, the United States, and several Gulf nations have agreed to normalize the Safe Passage Agreement. This is real progress. NATO is wearing 3 stacked fruit heads. And we caught with a fruit head, of course, baby. No more gross blockades. Ships moving, families uniting, gas prices dropping. We are winning. Miranda bursting with maracas. Aye. Time to celebrate. The 3 of them attempt if live samba rap hybrid. It is a glorious, terrible, and instantly becomes a cultural hit. Day 24, live from the signing. A small symbolic signing ceremony is held by a secure video link. Andrew S. 6341 is there in person, representing the U.S., looking slightly dazed but professional. Noodles, Lumi, and Carmen are broadcasting the whole thing. Noodles during the signing. Look at these guys actually shaking hands. I yelled, write it down for 3 weeks, and Lumi, Carmen, fixed it with fruit and vibes. This is the most New Jersey, Brazil Snow Queen diplomacy in history. This agreement belongs to all the people who listened with open hearts. May the Strait of Hormuz remain a path of peace, not conflict. Camarada throwing paper fruit, confetti at the screen. Peace with the roots hats for everyone. The official fruit hat, of course, signed on day 25th. 5 key points: full reopening of the strait for civilian and commercial traffic, 12-month humanitarian and de-escalation framework, joint environmental cleanup initiatives in the Gulf. Jill Stein is thrilled. A strange but real clause. Cultural exchange programming will continue for at least 90 days. Now, I'm not as good as a reader as the computer is, but I thought it was really interesting how that story just took off like that. Hi, Chris, how you doing? Reporting for duty. Now, I want to give somebody else, 2 people, a job. Unfortunately, one of them is here and one is not. Let's see. How about 14 Nads as Secretary of the Animals? Secretary of Wildlife. Okay. Let's see what it says about that. This will be fun. I gotta see this. How about that? 14 Nads as Secretary of Wildlife. Okay, ooh, there you go. Still grinding it out. Still wish they could get to play the voice. Read out loud. There it is.
14 Nads as Secretary of Wildlife would be a delightfully wholesome and grounded pick. A perfect addition to your nature-loving, healing-focused North American Snow Queen administration. Why 14 Nads fits the role? From what we know, 14 Nads is a quiet, loyal member of your community. A small creator who shows up with positive support and chill energy. While they don't have a huge public profile, that low-key, sincere vibe actually works really well for this department. Strengths they bring. Gentle and respectful approach. Wildlife management needs patience, empathy, and respect for nature. 14 Nads' calm community presence would translate into thoughtful policies that protect animals without heavy-handed bureaucracy. Focus areas they'd excel at. Protecting endangered species and habitats with a heal, don't hurt philosophy.
I think that'd be a perfect
Expanding
role for
wildlife corridors and rewilding projects. Humane animal rescue, anti-poaching efforts, and public education campaigns. Think gentle chill zone style PSAs about living peacefully with local wildlife. Supporting responsible hunting, fishing communities while prioritizing conservation. Balancing Hammer and Nail's blue-collar realism with Jill Stein's environmental passion. Youth and community engagement. They could run fun, approachable programs like school wildlife cams, national park creator challenges, or adopt a trail initiatives that get everyday people and
I
gamers
forgot
involved.
now. I should
How they'd
actually
work
ask
with the
that.
rest of the cabinet. With Jill Stein, Environment, excellent teamwork. 14 Nads handles the animals and habitats, while Jill
Actually,
focuses on climate and
I will
pollution.
ask Grok that.
With
'Cause I
Chris
forgot.
Bliss, Arts and Humanities, joint wildlife through art programs, nature documentaries, music festivals and national parks, etc. With Gaming_Fairy. Gaming_Fairy could help with youth outreach through educational games about wildlife conservation. With you, the president. They'd be quietly loyal and aligned with your graceful, unity-centered style. No drama, just steady protection of America's wild spaces. Overall vibe, a low-drama, heart-centered secretary who treats wildlife with the same kindness and respect you show people. The Department of Wildlife would feel approachable, protective, and genuinely caring. No corporate lobbying, just real stewardship of the land and its creatures. It keeps the cabinet feeling like your authentic community while filling an important role beautifully. Would you like me to suggest a full set of priorities for them, or recommend someone else for a related role, like national parks or endangered species? Just let me know.
Actually, I got a couple questions already. Here's a list of all the opportunities we have in here, just so you don't get lost. This is where we are here.
Here's a clear recap of your current hypothetical cabinet as we've built it so far. Confirmed, strongly assigned positions. You can look at the table in the conversation history. Recently suggested, not fully locked in. Secretary of Wildlife, 20 Nads, just suggested. Secretary of Education, Veronica explains, recommended, or Usagi Electric, strong STEM maker option. Secretary of Energy, Hammer and Nails 7594, hybrid labor plus energy, recommended. Digital entertainment, youth engagement, gaming_fairy, suggested. Still open, not discussed. Treasury, Attorney General, Secretary of Health and Human Services, Secretary of Transportation, Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, HED, Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Commerce, Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Secretary of Homeland Security, Director of National Intelligence, etc. Would you like me to 1. Clean this up into a full organized cabinet list? 2. Suggest strong candidates from your community for the remaining big positions? 3. Finalize, replace any current ones, like press secretary.
Okay.
Just tell me how you'd like to proceed.
I actually asked a really good question. I asked if we can consolidate cabinet positions. Because in the real world, it would be a lot easier than having a whole ton of individual people.
Yes, absolutely. In your administration, we can realistically combine some departments under single cabinet level positions. This is actually a smart move. It keeps your cabinet smaller, more cohesive, and true to your we need to work together philosophy. Here's a streamlined, realistic combined cabinet based on what we've built so far. Combined cabinet structure recommended. You can look at the table in the conversation history. Why this works well. Fewer people equals less drama, easier coordination, more family feel. Logical pairings. Labor plus energy, blue-collar jobs in renewables and infrastructure. Tech plus education, modern learning through gaming, digital literacy, and creator skills. Arts plus entertainment, gaming, music, streaming, and youth culture all under one creative roof. Defense plus wildlife, heritage protection, national parks as strategic assets, and David's preservationist background. Still open positions, single departments. Treasury, economy, taxes, banking. Attorney General, Justice. Health and Human Services, healthcare, mental health, homelessness. Housing and Urban Development, HW. Transportation, agriculture, Homeland Security, Veterans Affairs. Would you like me to 1. Finalize this combined structure and suggest people for the
I'm
remaining
typing
big ones?
something.
2. Adjust any of the combinations above?
How about
3. Add 14 ads somewhere specific. Wildlife under David Vingman works very well.
And
Just tell me how you want your final cabinet to look.
And why not Department of Justice? I think Department of justice, presided over by Blazing Leo. Blazing Leo. Okay, I'm going to combine a couple departments together because, in all reality, is I don't have a large audience, and it gets really kind of hard to come up with all these names together. So let's go. I suggested one here. Let's see.
Got it. Here's a clean proposal for your idea. New combined position, Secretary of Domestic Affairs, Super Cabinet role. This single position would oversee HUD, Housing and Urban Development, Homelessness, Affordable Housing, Urban Revitalization, Homeland Security, Border Security, Emergency Response, Cybersecurity threats inside the U.S., Department of the Interior, National Parks, Public Lands, Wildlife, Natural Resources, Department of Justice, Law Enforcement, Civil Rights, Federal Courts, Prisons. This is a very powerful combined role, basically the domestic everything that happens inside America's secretary. Blazing Leo as Secretary of Domestic Affairs. How he would do in this massive role. Strengths. Blazing Leo has a strong, confident, and outspoken personality, which could be useful for a role that needs to coordinate so many powerful
Sometimes
agencies.
Grok gets around
He
about her
appears
gender.
loyal to you and the community, which is important in your administration. His energy could help.
All right, so I want to correct that because I don't want to misgender. At least I'll try not to anyway.
Got it. Correction noted. Blazing Leo is a woman. Revised take. Blazing Leo as Secretary of Domestic Affairs, overseeing HUD plus Homeland Security plus Department of the Interior plus Department of Justice. This would still be an extremely powerful super secretary role. Here's how she would likely perform. Strengths. Strong, passionate personality. Blazing Leo has a bold and outspoken energy. She could
She
bring a lot of
does.
drive to big domestic issues like homelessness, HUD, public land protection, interior, and national security, homeland security.
She's also very
Loyalty.
outspoken.
Like most of your community picks, she would be fiercely dedicated to you and Lumi's vision of healing, unity, and helping everyday people. Potential focus areas. Aggressive push on homelessness solutions, tying into your personal interests. Protecting national parks and wildlife, working alongside 14 NADS if you want her involved. Reforming federal law enforcement with a more community-oriented, empathetic approach. Disaster response with a compassionate touch. Challenges, significant ones. This is
Well, I agree
arguably
with
the
that.
most complex cabinet position you could create.
Chris plus
It
government
combines
should be smaller.
housing and urban crises, border security and immigration, national parks and natural resources, federal law enforcement and civil rights. Managing all of these at once requires deep legal knowledge, crisis management experience, and very careful diplomacy. A fiery or highly outspoken style could create friction with Congress, courts, governors, and even within her own agencies.
I think I know who I would make
Justice
as
and
a Federal,
Homeland Security together
Federal
already
Reserve
raise
chair.
big civil liberties questions. Adding HUD and Interior makes coordination extremely difficult. As a small creator community member, she would likely rely heavily on career deputies and could face tough confirmation hearings in the Senate. My honest recommendation: while Blazing Leo has passion and loyalty, this mega role might be too large and high stakes for her background. Better option I suggest: give Blazing Leo a strong but more focused role, such as Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, with extra emphasis on homelessness and community revitalization. Or Deputy Secretary of Domestic Affairs under a calmer lead. Would you still like to give her the full Secretary of Domestic Affairs superposition anyway? If yes, I can write up how she might approach her first 100 days and how she'd interact with the rest of the cabinet. Alternatively, I can suggest other community members who might handle this giant role more steadily. Just tell me how you want to proceed.
Do you have any other suggestions? One person suggested homeless Jim to work with the homeless community. I know Stan CT personally, and he is a financial brain and a personal injury paralegal. I believe he would be good for the Secretary of Treasury. Treasury. Okay, I spelled it wrong, but let's see what it says. So, okay, Stancy, Secretary of Treasury. Okay. Oh, wow, there's a couple people. Okay, so now here we go. Here, we're going to play this now. And since I don't know everybody, I can see why this takes so long to make a cabinet. And for the real presidential office people. Jesus.
Yes, great suggestions. Let's evaluate both and integrate them into your cabinet. 1. Stan_C as Secretary of the Treasury. Strong recommendation. This is actually a very solid pick. Why he fits well. You know him personally and confirm he has a real financial brain. Background as a personal injury paralegal shows he understands legal financial systems, paperwork, and how money affects real people. His YouTube content, history, real estate, investing shows he thinks about economics, property, and practical finance. Treasury needs someone who can handle budgeting, banking regulations, tax policy, and debt management without being a pure Wall Street insider. Potential concerns. Treasury is one of the most technically demanding jobs. Monetary policy, IRS, Federal Reserve coordination, international finance. He would need strong deputies and economic advisors. But compared to most of your community picks, he actually has relevant professional experience. Verdict. I'd approve Stan's secretary as Secretary of the Treasury. He feels like one of the more qualified on paper choices in your cabinet. 2. Homeless Gym for homelessness initiatives. This is a symbolically powerful but tricky role. Pros. Lived experience working directly with the homeless community. Huge authenticity bonus. Would bring real credibility and practical insight to one of your top priorities. Perfect alignment with your heal, not hurt, and compassionate governance style. Cons. Homelessness policy is extremely complex. Involves housing, mental health, addiction, local state coordination, funding, and legal issues. The role needs someone who can manage large budgets and negotiate with Congress and governors. Recommended role for Homeless Jim. Instead of a full cabinet seat, I suggest Special Advisor to the President on Homelessness, or Deputy Secretary of Housing, under a larger domestic affairs role. This lets him have real influence and a public voice while pairing him with someone stronger on policy execution. Updated, streamlined
Well,
cabinet
Vintage, here's the
suggestions.
thing.
Current
These
state.
simulations
You can look at the table in the
are
conversation
great
history.
for the stories
Would you like me
that we're going to
to
continue
suggest
on
names
with.
for the remaining big ones? Attorney General, Homeland Security, Health and Human Services, etc.? Create a full final cabinet list. Adjust any of the combinations. Just let me know how you want to shape the
All
final
right.
team.
For right now, let me ask Grok to help fill in any positions that I haven't thought of. Okay. Just the Congress would sometimes be asked, can you recommend people for the remaining positions in/out of our community? Okay, that way I don't have to worry about if we don't run out of people. Grok has the ability to search all YouTube. It can comb through the entire internet insanely fast. Okay, here we go. There we go. Let's go for it. Alright, so this is what it said. This is what it suggested.
Here's a thoughtful set of recommendations for the remaining major cabinet positions. I've prioritized loyalty plus vibe fit from your community where possible, and suggested strong outsiders who align with your North American Snow Queen values: empathy, unity, healing, practicality, creator tech friendliness, and reducing suffering. Filled locked in so far. Recap. President Michele Marie Dalene, Lumi Finistra. VP, Galaxy Eyes 562. Treasury, Stan_C, Strong Financial Brain. State, Andrew S. 6341. Labor and Energy, Hammer and Nails 7594. Arts, Culture, and Entertainment, Chris Bliss, plus Gaming_Fairy as Deputy. Tech and Education, Veronica Explains. Environment and Climate, Jill Stein. Defense and Wildlife, David S. Vingman, plus 14 NADS as Deputy for Wildlife. Special Advisor on Homelessness, Homeless Jim Nasixta. Press Secretary, Seasons 1650. Recommended. Recommendations for remaining positions. You can look at the table in the conversation history. My top overall suggestions: best balance. 1. Attorney General, Preet Bharara, outsider with integrity, plus a loyal community deputy. 2. HHS, Dr. Vivek Murthy, mental health focus fits your chill zone perfectly. 3. Transportation, Usagi Electric, maker, engineer, energy plus practical infrastructure. 4. Commerce, Brian PCPC 5292, creator, small business champion. 5. Veterans Affairs, look for a veteran in your community or a compassionate outsider. This keeps the cabinet relatively small, thanks to combinations, while staying true to your community roots and adding enough real expertise where needed. Would you like me to
What would
expand
be
any of these
a
recommendations
good
with more details?
position
Create a full
for
final cabinet list?
David
Suggest
Boldo?
specific outsiders who best match your unity and healing vibe.
Because,
Let me know how you want to
you know,
finalize.
he was on the radio, but he kind of lost his job as press secretary. So let's see if I can get a job for him that fits. Just so he doesn't feel like he's being ignored. Okay. And then after this, we'll actually fill in the story for today. So this is just kind of like more and read aloud.
Here's my honest and best recommendation for David Boldo. Noodles. Best position, Secretary of Creator Economy and Public Engagement.
I was thinking about
Or
that.
White House Director of Digital Culture and Streaming Outreach, Cabinet level or Senior Advisor. Why this role fits him perfectly. Strengths it would use: his massive energy and unfiltered personality, perfect for reaching everyday Americans and independent creators. Natural showman and streamer. He could run official government live streams, town halls, and Ask Noodles Anything sessions. Viral reach. He'd be excellent at promoting your
I
administration's
did
wins.
found some of my own
DMCA
ideas.
reform, homelessness progress, green energy jobs,
Now let's fill in
etc.
the story
to
part.
audiences that normally ignore politics. Creator advocacy. He's lived the YouTube struggles, so he'd fight hard for small creators, fair use, and platform reform. What the job would actually look like: oversee initiatives that support independent creators, streamers, and small content businesses. Run the White House's digital and streaming strategy. Host regular People's Briefings or Noodles Explains live streams, breaking down policy in raw, relatable terms. Lead public engagement campaigns, especially with younger and working class audiences. Act as a chaos ambassador for fun diplomatic moments, like the Fruit Hat radio saga. Alternative positions, ranked. You can look at the table in the conversation history. Positions I would avoid giving him: anything involving law enforcement, intelligence, finance, or diplomacy. Too high risk for his style. Traditional press secretary. We already saw it creates too much daily drama. My final take: Noodles is too valuable and too entertaining to sideline completely, but he needs a role where his chaos is an asset, not a liability. The Secretary of Creator Economy and Public Engagement lets him be loud, viral, and authentic while still serving your administration's goals. Would you like me to fully define this role, responsibilities, budget,
Yeah, actually, we
deputies,
did.
etc.,
All right, so
or
now
adjust it?
we're going to go back to
Also
the
happy
story
to suggest
now.
how he'd interact with season
That ties
1650
in.
if she's press secretary or other cabinet members. Just say the word.
Okay, this is going to be continuing on with the story. I said that, here's what I said with the story. I said, our story continues today with the first contact with Pleiadian Arcturian space crew that landed at Area 51. Sorry, at Area 51. As Trump is done, we put it on Internet. Noodles is one of the ones covering it. He is he's in that suggested role. So here's what it sounds like, and this is going to be interesting. Like knowing Noodles, this is going to be interesting.
Here's the continuation of our story. July 2026, Area 51, Nevada, 2:47 a.m. The desert sky lights up with two elegant craft, one glowing soft blue, Pleiadian, one warm gold, Arcturian. They land gently, without fanfare, inside a prearranged secure but open zone. True to your word, there is zero cover-up. The entire event is being live-streamed on every major platform, government channels, and independent creator streams. You ordered full transparency from minute one. Noodles, Secretary of Creator Economy and Public Engagement, is on the ground with a full camera crew, wearing his official fruit hat from the Hormuz saga for good luck. Noodles live, millions watching. Whoa, what the hell is this? We got actual space people landing at Area 51, and the Snow Queen said, put it on the internet. So here we are. I'm live from the desert, baby. This is the most winning moment in human history. The ramp lowers on both craft. Two tall, graceful Pleiadians, ethereal, almost glowing, and three Arcturians, shorter, wise-looking, with kind eyes, step out. They look remarkably human-like, but with subtle differences. Elongated ears on the Pleiadians, gentle bioluminescence on the Arcturians. Noodles not missing a beat. All right, we got company. Welcome to Earth. Don't mind the desert. It's gross out here, but the vibes are good. White House Rose Garden simultaneous broadcast. You, President Michele Marie, step up to the podium in a flowing white and silver gown, elf ears proudly visible, with Lumi's energy gently shining through. You, Lumi, calm, warm, smiling. To our brothers and sisters from the Pleiades and Arcturus, welcome. We have waited a long time for this moment. Lumi and I know what it feels like to be different. Two souls sharing one body, yet still completely worthy of love and respect. We greet you with open hearts, not weapons. We invite you to speak with us as equals. The people of Earth are watching live. Let this be the beginning of friendship, learning, and healing, not fear. Back at Area 51, Noodles coverage. Noodles now standing 30 feet from the visitors. The president just dropped the most chill first contact speech ever. Meanwhile, I'm over here trying not to freak out. These Pleiadians got ears even pointier than the Snow Queen's. Respect. One of the Pleiadians smiles softly and speaks telepathically. The words appear translated on all streams. Pleiadian representative. We received your message of peace during the recent fruit hat incident over the waters. We found it amusing, yet sincere. We come not to conquer, but to offer assistance with your environmental healing and to learn from humanity's creativity and resilience. Noodles, laughing. They watch the Fruit Hat Accords. This is the best timeline. An Arcturian
Arcturian steps forward. I hate when it does that. Oh, geez. I'll continue. It says, Arcturian steps forward and gently heals a small cut on a nearby soldier's hand using a light from their palm. The internet explodes. Noodles losing it. They just healed bro with magic. Chat, this is going crazy. We're winning so hard right now. Your follow-up message live in the White House. You speak directly to both Earth and the visitors. Tonight we begin a new chapter. No secrets, no fears. Only curiosity and compassion. Noodles, please invite our guests to the White House for a proper chill zone meeting. Chris Bliss will prepare music. Gaming Fairy will show them Minecraft, and we will listen. Global reaction in 6 hours. Stock market swing wildly and stabilize as people realize it's a peaceful contact. The legislators are in emergency meetings. It's what they're doing in real life, by the way. The internet is 90% memes, 10% awe. Your approval rating jumps to 79%. Would you like me to continue on with, I couldn't resist. Oh, guys. Do you think it's a little presumptuous to suggest you going to bed with one of them? Okay, I'll go there. Continue with your story. At you choose the path. Okay, I like to let the computer synthesize a little fun too. So, okay, so it's gladly granting. Who's Alyssa? Oh, okay. Oh, this is interesting. Does somebody got the hots and noodles? Ooh.
Here's the continuation. July 2026, 3 days later. White House South Lawn. The Rose Garden has been transformed into a full cosmic chill zone. Chris Bliss is playing soft violin backed by gentle ambient Arcturian tones. Gaming_fairy set up a massive outdoor Minecraft server projected on screens so the visitors can see what humans create for fun. Carmen Miranda sent over a truckload of fruit hats, custom ones with tiny glowing stars on them. You, President Michele Marie Dalene, Lumi Finistra, walk
I'm
out
glad
in a
it
flowing
gets you to
silver
good
white
at
gown with
returning
subtle
to the
star
streaming
patterns.
world.
Your elf ears catch the sunlight beautifully. You, Lumi, speaking warmly to the visitors and the billions watching live. Dear friends from the Pleiadians and Arcturians, welcome to the People's House. We have no secrets here. We offer you friendship, curiosity, and honesty. Two souls in one body greeting you as one people. The lead Pleiadian, Alira, steps forward. She's tall, graceful, with soft glowing skin and pointed ears even more elegant than yours. Alira, speaking telepathically, translated instantly on all streams. We have observed your world for many cycles. Your recent fruit hat diplomacy made us laugh, something we rarely do. It showed us that humanity is ready. We come to offer 3 gifts.
I know you don't.
1. Clean
Maybe you
energy
have to try
technology
it.
that can heal your planet without harm. 2. Medical knowledge to end unnecessary suffering and disease. 3. A simple reminder. You are not
do have
alone,
one though.
and you never were.
Chris.
The lead Arcturian, Falor, bows slightly and adds, we're especially moved
Because you
by
do
your
have the
emphasis
accordion
on
also.
two souls
And
reality.
you have a guitar.
In our cultures, we also understand multiplicity of consciousness. We see you, Michele and Lumi, and we honor both. Noodles, standing off to the side with a camera crew, wearing his golden fruit hat. This is the most wholesome alien invasion in history. They liked the fruit hats. I'm crying, chat. I'm actually crying. Private garden meeting. Closed to press, but you allowed a live stream with 30-second delay. You, Lumi, Andrew S6341, Chris Bliss, Jill Stein, David S. Vingman, and Noodles sit with the 5 visitors around a large circular table. Key moments. Jill Stein almost faints with joy when the Pleiadians show a small holographic model of a 0-point energy device. She whispers, "This is what we've been fighting for." David S. Vingman bonds instantly with the Arcturians over ancient sites and spiritual topics. They confirm several of his paranormal theories and promise to share more later. Gaming_fairy teaches 2 Pleiadians how to build a simple house in Minecraft. One of them creates a glowing crystal temple. The internet loses its mind. Noodles tries to teach the Arcturians how to say, "It's gross" in English. They politely decline but laugh, a soft chiming sound. You ask the question everyone is wondering. Why now? Alira answers gently. Because you chose transparency. Because your leader speaks with 2 souls and open heart. And because the loud one, she glances at Noodles, showed us humanity can be chaotic, yet still reach for peace. Noodles.
You want to cut some. Still. All right, let's go. Read some more of this. Let's see. I guess some reason, there must be a reason that they does that. Okay, it says, why now? And then it says, Noodles pointing at himself, yo, I'm the loud one, that's me. That evening state dinner, South Lawn. Instead of a stuffy formal dinner, you host a massive outdoor gathering. Fish Bliss performs with the Arcturians, Carmen Miranda, Spirit, or the holographic version, leads a conga line. Homeless gives a short, emotional speech of how this gives hope to people who feel lost. Final moments of the night. You stand between the two visitor groups under the stars. You illumine softly to the world. Today we prove that the first contact does not have to be frightening. It can be gentle. It can be funny. It can be full of fruit hats and hope. Let's hope that this be the beginning of humanity's healing, not just with our new friends, but with ourselves. Global aftermath next morning. Oil prices crash as clean energy schematics are shared openly. Churches, mosques, temples, and science labs are all packed with people talking. Their approval rating is 84%. Noodle streams the event becomes the most watched single broadcast in human history. Alright. I'd like to, let's see. Noodles. One of the Pleiadian women finds Noodles attractive and asks him to join her for a date, for a dinner and a date a few days later, and some personal time in her bed. Now, should I make this NSFW or should I not? That's the question. We've been keeping it non-NSFW because you don't really want to get anybody upset. He plays Blue Clit for Arcturians. Yes, whereas a Arcturian woman, a female lesbian, I guess you can call her that, asks Michele what the song was about, with humorous after effects. Yeah, because I would love to go to NSFW, but I won't because I don't want to get YouTube upset. I really hate doing that. Now let's see if I can get the whole thing to play this time and not get cut off. I'm not even touching the screen and it gets cut off like that. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. So let's go to this part. There we go.
Here's the continuation. Day 5 after first contact. White House, private gardens. Evening. The cosmic chill zone has become a nightly gathering. Soft lights, music, and laughter fill the air.
Yeah, we can
Noodles
ramp
is
up
holding
our oil
court near the
production.
fountain, still wearing his
But with
slightly
CPM
wilted golden
modules, we
fruit
don't.
hat, telling exaggerated stories about the fruit hat accords. A strikingly beautiful Pleiadian woman named Illyra, tall, silver-haired, with gentle glowing markings on her skin, has been listening to him all evening. She finally steps closer. Illyra, soft, melodic voice with a faint cosmic echo. Noodles, your energy is very unique, chaotic yet strangely magnetic. Would you join me for dinner tomorrow night? Just us? And perhaps some personal time afterward in my quarters on the ship? The entire garden goes dead silent for 3 full seconds. Noodles, eyes wide, Talkus bag frozen halfway to his mouth. Wait, you mean like a date? With me? And then bed stuff? With an actual space alien lady? Yo, I'm in. I'm so in. This is the most winning moment of my life. Illyra smiles, amused,
If
and
the
gently
oil
touches his
prices are
arm.
crashed,
A soft
honestly,
blue
I don't know
glow
if it...
briefly appears where she touches him. Noodles looks like he might faint from sheer joy. Later that same night, main gathering Noodles, riding the high of his intergalactic riz, decides to show the visitors some real human culture. He plugs his phone into the sound system and proudly announces, Noodles. All right, aliens, this one's for you. It's called Blue Clit, a classic from Earth. He hits play. The song, a very explicit, ridiculous, raunchy club track, blasts across the garden. The Arcturians and Pleiadians tilt their heads in polite confusion. One of the Arcturian women, Lyra, who is openly lesbian and has been quietly observing Michele Lumi with interest all week, turns to you with genuine curiosity. Lyra, calm, scholarly tone. President Michele Lumi, what is the meaning of this song, Blue Clit? Is it a metaphor for emotional longing, or perhaps a cultural reference to Earth's oceanic phenomena? You, Michele Lumi, freeze for a moment, trying to maintain presidential composure while Lumi is internally dying of laughter. You, Lumi, trying not to laugh. Well, Lyra, it's, a very direct and enthusiastic celebration of female pleasure. Quite explicit, actually. Lyra, blinking slowly, then tilting her head. Ah, so it is a mating call set to rhythm. Fascinating. Your species is very straightforward in its desires. At that exact moment, Noodles walks by with Illyra, both of them now wearing matching fruit hats. He gives you a double thumbs up and yells, Noodles, Snow Queen, I'm about to get intergalactically laid.
Lyra, not
This is
Lyra.
bigger than the fruit hat
Lyra.
accords. Illyra, watching them walk away, then turning back to you with dry humor. Your loud one moves fast. Should we prepare protection runes? Or is this normal human courtship speed? You can't hold it in anymore. You burst out laughing, both Michele and Lumi laughing at the same time in the same body. The sound is bright and infectious. Several Arcturians start chiming in with their own laughter, like soft crystal bells. You, wiping tears, still giggling. No runes necessary, Lyra. Just make sure someone films it, for science. Lyra smirking, noted. I will prepare the observational equipment. The next morning, the internet is completely broken. Top trending top.
Oh, I hate when it does that. Could you at least continue where you left off? Please? Oh, I'll have to read it the next morning. The internet is completely broken. Top trending topics worldwide. Hashtag Noodles gets an alien riz. Hashtag Blue Clit Diplomacy. Hashtag Snow Queen explains sex to aliens. Noodles posts one short clip from his date night. Him and Illyra, and that's spelled Elyra, eating tacos on the Pleiadian ship while wearing fruit hats. Caption, she said my chaos is cute. I never watched that so again. Your approved ratings among 18 to 35-year-olds is 91%. Oh, okay, so now let's see. Lyra says, and Noodles, okay, so that's where, and then of course you got the one with the other alien here. Let's see. Lyra is the one that's going to bed with Noodles. Okay, the Arcturian woman invites Michele to join her in bed as well so she can experience what is going on while Blue Clit for Arcturus is playing on the show Presidential Phone. Okay, there you go. I mean, let's just get stupid. Somebody's gonna quote me on that. Let's get stupid. It's stupid. I'm sorry if it cuts off after so many lines. I don't know why it does that, but that's okay. I got it covered. It's not too far. Okay, let's go ahead.
Here's the continuation. Night of Day 6, White House, Private Residence Wing, late night. The cosmic chill zone has quieted down. Most guests have returned to their ships, but a small, intimate group remains in the private garden attached to the presidential residence. Lyra, the Arcturian woman, graceful, with soft violet bioluminescent patterns on her skin and calm, knowing eyes, has been watching you all evening with clear interest. After Noodles and Elira disappeared together, she approaches you directly under the stars. Lyra, soft, resonant voice with a gentle telepathic warmth. Michele, Lumi, I have been fascinated by your duality, two souls sharing one beautiful form. I would like to experience this closeness with you. Would you join me tonight? In your bed. I wish to feel what it is like while your human music plays. She gestures politely toward your presidential phone, where Blue Clit is still queued up from earlier. You feel both Michelle's slight nervousness and Lumi's curious, open-hearted excitement at the same time. You, Lumi, smiling softly. Yes, I would like that. Presidential bedroom, 30 minutes later. The lights are low, glowing with soft Arcturian bioluminescence that Lyra naturally emits. Blue Clit is playing on low volume from your phone, the ridiculous, explicit beat filling the room. Lyra is gentle, curious, and highly attuned. Her touch carries a faint tingling energy that makes every nerve feel alive. She explores your body with genuine wonder, especially fascinated by the way both Michele and Lumi react and shift within the same form. Lyra, whispering telepathically while her hands glide over you. Two hearts, two essences, responding at once. This is beautiful. Your human song is very direct. It makes the energy stronger. At one particularly intense moment in the song, Lyra lets out a soft, chiming laugh that vibrates through her whole body. Lyra, amused, breathing slightly heavier. So this is what Blue Clit means. Your species celebrates pleasure so loudly. I like it. It is honest. She becomes more passionate, matching the rhythm of the music with slow, glowing movements. The duality
Actually,
of
I
your
gotta
two
get two.
souls makes the
We're gonna
experience
keep it
uniquely
clean,
intense.
really.
Michele's physical sensations mixing with Lumi's emotional and spiritual depth. Lyra seems to sense both at once and responds to them separately and together. At one point, she pauses, glowing brighter, and whispers, Lyra, I have never felt two consciousnesses experiencing ecstasy at the same time. It is exquisite. The next morning, Noodles bursts into the outer sitting room, still wearing his fruit hat, looking extremely pleased with himself. Noodles, Snow Queen, I just had the wildest night of my life. That Pleiadian girl can do things with light that... Wait, why do you look like you got spiritually railed by an alien too? You, Michele Lumi, walk out looking radiant but slightly disheveled, elf ears slightly flushed. You, Lumi, trying to keep presidential composure, failing. It was educational. Noodles, eyes widening. No way. You too? While Blue Clit was playing? This administration is unhinged, and I'm here for it. Later that day, Lyra sends you a small glowing crystal as a gift, with a telepathic note. Thank you for sharing both of your souls with me. The music was educational. I would like to continue our cultural exchange soon. Would you like me to continue with the morning after reactions from the rest of the cabinet? Noodles and Alara comparing notes?
All right, let's
next
answer
major
Harry Neil's
diplomatic
question
technology
about the
exchange?
oil thing.
Or something else? Your story, your rules.
Okay. Hammer and Nails decides we need to drill for more oil, not only for the immediate need, immediate need, but also to refill the strategic preserve that had pretty much been emptied during the Hormuz crisis. Okay. I as president normalize relations with both space-faring races, people. I'll make it people. Culture. Yeah. Yeah, people. By opening a U.S. embassy for them and eventually go to their home worlds to do the same. We create a new cabinet secretary of spatial extraterrestrials affairs, and let's choose. Let's see, who would be a good choice. Why not? Let's make it Keldos. K-L-D-O-G. No, let's make it M60 because I know M60 pretty well. M60 to lead it. Okay. All right. So now so that's what I created for the story now. So in other words, I hope the guy doesn't keep cutting the story out. That was so fat, man. So it's, yeah, it's kind of cute. Okay, so as I said, we didn't stick on the sex thing too long. I just want to get. That doesn't mean it won't go up again. Oh yeah.
Here's the continuation of our story. Mid-August 2026 cabinet meeting. White House Situation Room. The room is packed. Hammer and Nail 7594 is standing at the table, sleeves rolled up, looking every bit the no-nonsense tradesman. Hammer and Nails. Madam President, with respect, we burned through almost the entire strategic petroleum reserve during the Hormuz mess. We're sitting at critically low levels. We need to drill more domestic oil right now. Not forever, just enough to refill the reserve and keep gas prices stable while we roll out the new zero-point tech from our Pleiadian friends. Real people are still paying bills. We can't go full green overnight or we'll hurt working families. Jill Stein, visibly tense. We have clean energy solutions sitting in front of us. You, Lumi, calmly, raising a hand. We will do both. Hammer and Nails is right. We must be responsible. We will approve targeted, responsible new drilling in already leased federal lands to refill this BR. At the same time, we accelerate the Pleiadian and Arcturian clean energy transition programs. No false choices. We protect people today, while healing the planet for tomorrow. Hammer and Nails nods, satisfied. Jill Stein relaxes slightly. Unity is maintained. Normalizing relations, the diplomatic leap. 2 weeks later, you make history again. In a beautiful rose garden ceremony, live-streamed globally, you announce, you, Lumi. Today, the United States is establishing formal embassies for our Pleiadian and Arcturian friends, right here in Washington, D.C. We will also open embassies on their homeworlds. I will personally travel to both planets in the coming months to deliver the message of peace, friendship, and mutual growth. The Pleiadian and Arcturian ambassadors, Ilera and Lyra, both present, bow gracefully. Noodles is in the front row giving enthusiastic thumbs up while wearing his golden fruit hat. New cabinet position created. You step to the podium once more. You, Lumi. To manage this new chapter in human history, I am creating the Secretary of Extraterrestrial Affairs, a full cabinet-level position. This role will oversee diplomacy, technology exchange, cultural integration, and all matters involving our off-world friends. You announce the pick. I am nominating M60 as the first Secretary of Extraterrestrial Affairs. M60 steps forward, calm, collected, and visibly honored. He has been a steady, thoughtful voice in your community for a long time. His grounded yet open-minded nature makes him an excellent bridge between human bureaucracy and advanced civilizations. M60, in his acceptance remarks. Thank you, Madam President. I will ensure these relationships are built on respect, transparency, and benefit for all people on Earth and beyond. Noodles immediately starts a live stream. Whoa, we got a space czar now. M60 in the house. This timeline is undefeated. 1 month later, first official trip. You, Lumi, Andrew S6341, State, M60, Noodles as Creator Engagement Lead, and a small delegation board a Pleiadian vessel for the first official visit to their home systems. Before departure, Lyra, the Arcturian, gives you a private, glowing smile and a small crystal. Lyra telepathically, come back safely, two-souled one. We still have much cultural exchange to explore. Noodles yells from the boarding ramp. Snow Queen,
White House cat.
don't forget to bring back some space merch and tell them we want more fruit hat designs. Current state of the union.
Good evening, R&D.
Strategic
How you
Petroleum
doing?
Reserve is being responsibly refilled. Clean energy rollout from alien tech is accelerating under Jill Stein and Hammer and Nail's joint oversight. Formal embassies are under construction. Humanity is adjusting to the new reality with a strange but wonderful mix of awe, memes, and hope. Would you like me to continue with your visit to the Pleiadian or Arcturian homeworld? M60's first big decision as secretary? More personal developments with Lyra or Elira? Or something else? Just say the word and we'll keep the story going.
How about all of it? And, of course, Noodles has found a means to show Earth let's see, the alien worlds. And we did forget the White House cat of Rusty, who is with us on this trip. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's good. Put Rusty in something. Yeah, put Rusty in somewhere as the White House cat. You know, that's one thing. Speaking of that, the Biden administration didn't really keep the German Shepherds nearby them because the dogs are constantly biting everybody. Rusty doesn't bite. Now he just sleeps and eats. Ah!
Here's the continuation. Late September 2026. The Historic Voyage. You, President Michele Marie Dalene, Lumi of Finistra, along with a small but very colorful delegation, board the Pleiadian ambassador ship Stellar Bloom for the first official visit to both homeworlds. Delegation members. You, Michele and Lumi. Secretary of Extraterrestrial Affairs, 160. Andrew S6341, State. Noodles, Creator Economy and Public Engagement. Chris Bliss, Cultural Advisor. Rusty, the official White House cat, Orange Tabby, very unimpressed with zero gravity. Noodles masterstroke. Before departure, Noodles pulled off something insane. He convinced the Pleiadians to let him set up a full broadcast array using their technology. Every moment of the trip is being live streamed to Earth
I can
in
assume
real
that they
time,
do have
with a
artificial
3-second
gravity.
delay for diplomatic
Yeah.
safety.
Noodles, already streaming from the observation deck, wearing his golden fruit hat and holding Rusty like a football. Whoa, Earth, we're going to space. The Snow Queen, M60, and I are taking you live to the Pleiades and Arcturus. Rusty is officially the first cat in interstellar diplomacy. Rusty looks deeply offended by the entire situation and tries to wiggle free. First stop, Pleiades, planet Era. The planet is breathtaking. Lush, glowing landscapes, crystal
Daddy.
cities that seem to float, and gentle pastel skies. Elira, Noodles'
Speaking of the
Pleiadian
cat,
date,
maybe he's right
greets
here.
the delegation personally. She gives Noodles a glowing hug that makes him blush on a cosmic level. You, Elira, Secretary of Extraterrestrial Affairs, Marlis Foxen, and Noodles touching the alien sunlight. We come not as visitors, but as friends. May this be the beginning of deep and lasting partnership. During the official welcome ceremony, Noodles is live streaming to over 4 billion people on Earth. Noodles, whisper yelling into his camera while panning across the Crystal City. Look at this place. It makes Dubai look like Newark. Rusty hates the anti-gravity, though. He's been floating and yelling for 20 minutes. Rusty, now wearing a tiny custom fruit hat, floats past the camera with a look of pure betrayal. Later that evening, during a private garden dinner, Elira leans toward Noodles and whispers something that makes him choke on his glowing space fruit. Second stop, Arcturus, planet Bootes. The Arcturian homeworld is calmer, more ethereal. Vast forests of bioluminescent trees and cities built in harmony with nature. Lyra greets you personally with a warm, knowing smile.
The cat's
She
basically
gently
living next to
strokes
me right
Rusty,
now.
who immediately decides she is acceptable and begins purring loudly. Lyra, telepathically to you, with a hint of playfulness. I see you brought your small orange companion, and I see you brought memories of our last cultural exchange. You feel both Michelle and Lumi blush at the same time. During the state dinner, Noodles once again hijacks the broadcast. Noodles, Arcturus is beautiful, but I'm telling you, these people need to try talkies. We're bringing crates next time. He then zooms the camera in on Rusty, who is now lounging regally on Lyra's lap while she gently scratches his chin. Noodles, Rusty has achieved peak diplomacy. He's doing better than most world leaders. Major outcomes of the trip. Formal embassies are agreed upon on both homeworlds. Technology exchange agreements are signed. Clean energy, medical, and agricultural tech. You personally deliver the message of unity and healing on both planets. Noodles live streams break every record in human history. Earth gets to see real-time views of alien cities, floating gardens, and Rusty the cat becoming the first interplanetary celebrity. A new cultural exchange program is announced, Fruit Hat Initiative 2.0, Earth music and memes for advanced alien tech. Back on Earth, upon your return, you give a rose garden address with Rusty in your arms. He has now been promoted to first cat. You, Lumi, we went as friends. We returned as family. The universe is far more beautiful and far kinder than we ever imagined. Noodles immediately cuts in on the live feed. Noodles, and Rusty got more action than me on Arcturus. This cat is winning harder than anyone. Would you like me to continue with the first alien delegation visiting Earth again? Rusty's further adventures as first cat? Political reactions back home? Or a specific funny romantic moment?
Okay,
Just say the word and we'll keep going.
just a point. Their spacecraft do have artificial gravity that they can enable, disable. But let's continue with all of that, and let's see how Rusty kills a space rat. Why not? He's an apex predator. Of course he's gonna do that. Of course he is. He kills nice and red for real. This cat is a killer. He just acts nice. He's kidding me. I've been on the other side of those claws. I know. All right, here we go.
Here's the continuation. Aboard the Pleiadian ship Stellar Bloom, a route to Arcturus, the ship's artificial gravity is a marvel. At full power, it feels exactly like Earth. When they dial it down for efficiency during long jumps, everything and everyone floats gently. The Pleiadians find the floating amusing. Rusty, the official first cat, does not. Noodles, streaming live, floating upside down while holding his camera. Yo, Earth! Gravity is optional on this ship. I'm currently filming the Snow Queen while doing 0G backflips. Rusty is not having it, though. The camera pans to Rusty, who is slowly rotating in midair with his legs splayed out like a starfish and the most betrayed expression a cat has ever made. His tiny fruit hat is floating next to him. You, Lumi, gracefully pushing off a wall to float over and gently catch Rusty. Come here, little one. We'll turn the gravity back on soon. Rusty immediately clings to your shoulder like a very angry orange scarf and glares at everyone. Later, ship's maintenance corridor, gravity at 30%. A small alarm chirps. One of the Pleiadian crew members calmly announces, Pleiadian crew, a minor hull breach earlier allowed a few Zorethian space rats aboard. They are harmless, but prolific. We will handle it. Noodle's eyes light up. Noodles, space rats? Rusty, this is your moment, King. Rusty's ears perk up. The ancient instinct activates. The gravity is suddenly turned completely off for a maintenance cycle. Suddenly, a fist-sized, glowing blue space rat, with tiny antennae and 6 legs, floats out of a vent, squeaking indignantly. Rusty locks on like a heat-seeking missile. What follows is pure chaos captured on Noodle's livestream, now at 6.8 billion concurrent viewers. Rusty launches off your shoulder with perfect feline murder intent. In zero gravity, he becomes a fluffy orange torpedo. He spins once, adjusts midair like a pro, and pounces. The space rat tries to scurry away using its little jet-like puffs, but Rusty is faster. He grabs it with both front paws, does a mid-air barrel roll, and kills it instantly with a single precise neck bite, all while floating gracefully like a tiny orange astronaut assassin. Noodles screaming, "He got it! Rusty just murdered a space rat in zero gravity. That's my cat. First cat of Earth just won interstellar warfare." The Pleiadian crew is stunned into silence. Lyra, the Arcturian, floats nearby, laughing her crystalline laugh. Lyra, amused. Your small predator is remarkably efficient. We have never seen a creature adapt to zero gravity so quickly for hunting. Rusty, now floating proudly with his kill, looks extremely satisfied with himself. He refuses to let go of the space rat until gravity is restored. When the artificial gravity kicks back in, Rusty lands perfectly on all 4 paws, space rat still in his mouth, and struts over to drop it at your feet like the greatest hunter in 2-star systems. You, Lumi, kneeling down to pet him. Good boy, Rusty. Very good boy. Noodles, still streaming, voice cracking. Earth, our cat just killed an alien rodent in space. We don't deserve him. Back on Earth. The clip of Rusty's
All right,
0G
let's turn up
space rat assassination
Noodles
becomes the most
about
watched video
100.
in human
Let's make
history.
him.
Merch immediately drops. First cat, Space Rat Slayer shirts, plus tiny fruit hats with antenna. Rusty is officially promoted to Supreme Hunter and Defender of the Realm. Would you like me to continue with? The arrival on the Arcturian homeworld? More
Okay.
diplomatic moments? Noodles trying to get Rusty his own little spaceship? Or whatever direction you want next. Just say the word.
Let's make Noodles more like he was in Hormuz with his full personal energy. Let's you can use proper cussing now and in this if you desire, but yes, let's fully explore explore the planets. And also having his own personal idea of fun while he looks around and tries out local transportation systems. Yeah, let's get him a little more wild. Now, Noodles was fun in Hormuz. I want to see that again. I want to see that energy. Okay, so we're gonna give him some more of his fire. Well, he's still doing what he does in New York City, but basically now he's on a foreign planet. He's just checking it out. Rusty is. I didn't say anything about Rusty, but let's go on here.
Here's the continuation. Arrival on Pleiades, planet Era. The stellar bloom touches down on a glowing crystal landing platform. The air smells like fresh rain and flowers. Everything is beautiful, peaceful, and elegant.
That's pretty
Noodles
much it.
lasts exactly 47 seconds in proper diplomatic mode. Noodles, bursting out of the hatch with a camera drone flying beside him. Full Hormuz-era chaos activated. Holy fucking shit, Earth! Look at this place. It's like if heaven fucked a Las Vegas casino and had a glowing baby. I'm losing my goddamn mind right now. He immediately starts sprinting around the platform like a hyperactive toddler. Noodles, yelling into the camera. Snow Queen, Lumi, these Pleiadians got grass that lights up when you step on it. I'm stomping on this shit like it owes me money. Elira, his Pleiadian romantic interest, walks up gracefully, smiling. Noodles doesn't even slow down. Noodles, Elira baby, this place is fucking awesome. Where's the fast shit? I want to drive something. Noodles tries local transportation. The Pleiadians politely offer him a light orb, a small, floating personal transport sphere that responds to thoughts. Noodles, climbing into one. All right, how the fuck do I make this bitch go? He thinks, go fast, extremely hard. The orb immediately shoots forward at 300 miles per hour, doing loops and barrel rolls, while Noodles screams in pure joy. Noodles, screaming at the top of his lungs while spinning. This is the best fucking thing I've ever done in my life. Eat shit, New Jersey Turnpike. I'm in a glowing space ball doing backflips. He comes screaming back into the landing area upside down, crashes gently into a cushioning energy field, and rolls out laughing. Noodles, I want 20 of these. I'm bringing them back to Earth and starting an Uber, but it's just glowing balls. We're calling it Noodles Balls. Elira is trying and failing to look dignified while clearly entertained. Noodles grabbing her hand. Babe, take me to the fastest thing you got. I want to see if I can make it explode from pure speed. Later that evening, floating Crystal City, Noodles discovers the Ariel River, a system of anti-gravity water channels that people use like futuristic highways. Small glowing boats glide along them. He immediately steals, commandeers one. Noodles, standing up in the boat like a deranged gondolier. This is my boat now. Full speed, baby. He starts doing donuts in the Ariel River, spraying glowing water everywhere while blasting music from his phone. Blue Clit is playing again, naturally. Noodles, screaming over the music. Yo, Pleiadians! Your transportation is better than sex. No offense, Elira. You're still top tier. Security gently redirects him. He comes back soaking wet, glowing water dripping off his fruit hat, grinning like a madman. Noodles, to the live stream, which is now at 7.2 billion viewers. Earth, if you could see this shit, I'm in space doing fucking donuts in floating water. The Snow Queen is changing the world, and I'm just here living my best fucking life. Back with you, Lumi, M60, and Lyra are watching Noodles Chaos from a viewing platform. Lyra, amused. Your loud one has a lot of energy. Is this normal for humans? You, Lumi, smiling, shaking your head. That's just Noodles being Noodles. M60 quietly. He's going to give the Pleiadians their first collective headache. Rusty Meanwhile is sitting regally on your lap, judging Noodles' entire existence. Would you like me to continue with Noodles on Arcturus and what chaos he causes there?
Elira trying to have a serious romantic dinner with him, Rusty having more adventures, or the official diplomatic meetings while Noodles is running wild? Your story. Tell me where to go next.
Well, I want to do some more noodles, but before we continue with noodles, me and the female Arcturian that liked me, that had a good time with me, go look at some of the local shops before we go to the Arcturian system where Noodles continues his craziness. That's good. Yeah, I mean that works. Cause what about us? We're not loud. We're not rambunctious. We're not crazy. No, you're boring as bread. Bread? Me? Well, you're healthy bread. I don't eat healthy. I know that.
Here's the continuation. Pleiades, Planet Era, Day 3 of the visit. While Noodles is off somewhere screaming through aerial rivers in a stolen glowing boat, you and Lyra slip away quietly. The two of you walk through the beautiful floating market district of Era's capital city. Crystal pathways wind between stalls made of light and living plants. Everything glows softly in pastel hues. Lyra walks close beside you, her violet bioluminescent patterns gently pulsing. She's wearing a simple flowing robe that shifts colors with her mood. Lyra, telepathically, warm and intimate. I enjoy these quiet moments with you, Michele. Lumi, away from the noise. Both of your souls feel very peaceful right now. You smile as the two of you browse the shops. The Pleiadian merchants are graceful and polite, offering small glowing crystals, living jewelry that changes shape, and fabrics that feel like liquid silk. At one stall, Lyra picks up a delicate necklace made of starlight thread and holds it up to your neck.
No, I was just
Lyra,
kind of more
softly.
of a broad story.
This one resonates with both of you. It carries a dual frequency crystal, one part for Michele, one part for Lumi. She steps closer and clasps it around your neck. Her fingers linger on your skin for a moment longer than necessary. You feel a gentle, warm spark where she touches you, the same energy from your night together. You, Lumi, quietly. It's beautiful. Thank you. Lyra's eyes soften. I have never met a being with two living souls before. Being close to you is addictive. I find myself wanting more time like we had the other night. The two of you share a gentle, lingering kiss between the glowing stalls while soft Pleiadian music plays in the background. A few locals politely look away, smiling. Later, departure for Arcturus. You both return to the stellar bloom. Noodles is already on board, soaking wet, covered in glowing river water, and still vibrating with energy. Noodles, the second he sees you. Snow Queen! I just did 400 miles per hour in a fucking floating kayak. These people know how to live. Where the hell were you two? You look way too calm and glowy right now. You just smile mysteriously while Lyra gives you a knowing glance. Arrival at Arcturus, planet Buetis. The Arcturian homeworld is serene and deeply spiritual. Vast glowing forests, floating temples, and cities built in perfect harmony with nature. The second the ship door opens, Noodles explodes out like a cannonball. Noodles, full chaotic Hormuz energy, screaming at the top of his lungs. Holy fucking shit, this place is beautiful. It's like if God in a laser show had a baby. I'm losing my goddamn mind right now. He immediately sprints toward the nearest Arcturian transport system, a series of glowing energy vines that function like organic zip lines and elevators. Noodles already climbing one. These are fucking living roller coasters? I'm riding every single one. Let's fucking go. He launches himself down a long, glowing vine at high speed, screaming the entire way while live streaming. Noodles, Earth, if you could see this shit, I'm Tarzaning across an alien forest on a magic plant. This is better than sex. Wait, no, nothing's better than sex with space women, but this is close. Meanwhile, you and Lyra walk peacefully through a glowing garden path. She gently holds your hand. Lyra, amused, watching Noodles yell in the distance. Your loud one brings chaos, but he also brings joy. The people here are laughing. They have not laughed this much in many cycles. Rusty the cat is riding on your shoulder, ears perked, clearly judging Noodles' entire bloodline. Would you like me to continue with more of your quiet, romantic moments with Lyra on Arcturus?
Yeah.
Noodles causing absolute mayhem on the Arcturian homeworld? An official diplomatic event that Noodles accidentally crashes?
This is so tempting.
Or
All
whatever
of it,
direction
all of it,
you
all
want.
of it, all of it, all
Just
of it.
tell me where to go next.
All of it. Let's hear all of it. You guys can give suggestions. I am listening to you. I'm typing it, but I'm listening to you. The reason I thought this would be good tonight is because it is kind of fun, and you get to kind of see how some of the simplest pleasures of storytelling, even for me with technology, makes things fun.
Here's the full continuation. Arcturus Planet Bodies. Days 4 to 6 quiet moments with Lyra while Noodles is off terrorizing the planet. You and Lyra steal away to a floating temple garden overlooking a bioluminescent forest. The trees pulse with soft purple and gold light. Lyra sits with you on a crystal bench, her hand gently resting on yours. The dual frequency necklace she gave you glows softly against your chest. Lyra, telepathically, voice warm and intimate. Being with you is unlike anything I've experienced. I can feel both Michele's gentle strength and Lumi's dreamy wonder at the same time. It's like holding two hearts in one embrace. She leans in and kisses you deeply. The kiss carries that same tingling energy from before, warm, electric, and deeply connective. For a few minutes, the rest of the universe fades away. Just two souls, plus one very curious Arcturian, sharing a peaceful moment under alien stars. Lyra, pulling back slightly, smiling. I would like more nights like the one we shared, if you would allow it. You smile, both Michele and Lumi answering at once. We would like that very much. Noodles full chaos mode on Arcturus. Meanwhile, Noodles is living his absolute best life. He discovers the Arcturian sky vines, living, glowing transport vines that whip people across the forest canopy at high speeds. Noodles, streaming at full volume. These motherfuckers are organic roller coasters. I'm about to set a new land speed record on a goddamn plant. He launches himself down the longest vine route, screaming the entire way, while Rusty, who somehow got dragged along, clings to his shoulder like a very angry orange seatbelt. Noodles, mid-scream. Rusty hates this, but I fucking love it. Earth, if you could see me right now, I'm flying on a magic vine like Tarzan on steroids. He then finds an Arcturian light surfing beach, where people ride glowing energy waves on crystal boards. Noodles immediately demands a turn. Noodles, standing on a board, arms out. Watch this shit! He eats absolute shit on the first wave, face planting into glowing sand while laughing hysterically. Noodles, spitting sand, still filming. 10 times, would eat shit again. These aliens know how to party. The official diplomatic summit, crashed by Noodles on day 6, the major diplomatic event is held in the Grand Crystal Amphitheater. Leaders from both Pleiadian and Arcturian councils, plus your full delegation, are present for the signing of the Interstellar Friendship and Technology Exchange Accord. You're giving a beautiful, heartfelt speech about unity and healing. You, Lumi. Today we choose connection over fear, friendship over isolation. We open our hearts and our world to... Suddenly, a glowing vine whips across the amphitheater, and Noodles comes flying in like a chaotic comet, still holding a crystal surfboard, covered in glowing sand, and carrying Rusty under one arm. Noodles, landing dramatically in the middle of the stage. And we're also bringing tacos next time. These people need tacos, Snow Queen. I'm telling you. The entire amphitheater goes silent for a second, then erupts in chiming Arcturian laughter and soft Pleiadian applause. Noodles, grinning, completely unashamed. What? I brought the vibe. Also, Rusty caught another space rat on the way here. He's 3-0 against alien rodents now. Rusty drops a very glowing and very dead space rat at the feet of the head Arcturian counselor as a gift. The counselor looks down, then back up at you with sparkling eyes.
Only
Head
Noodles
counselor,
is the one that's actually
your
allowed to do it.
loud one brings
Other characters don't do it. Oh, I ran out of air. Okay. So let's find out how much it lasts before it left off. Okay. Counselor looks down, looks back up. Okay, so say we choose sweet conciliation. Okay. Well, that's just shit is absolute shit. I'm the first way. Okay. So, let's see. Let's continue on. Where did we leave? It was not talk about the space rat. Oh, okay. I'll read it there. Let's see. Noticeable chases, nods on it. Okay. Let's see. Quiet moments with Lyra. I did read that. Okay. Okay. And then he says, "What? I brought the vibes." Also, Russ came straight. He came straight another space ride on the way here. He's 3-0 against alien rodents now. Rusty drops a very glowing and very dead space rat and defeated the hereditary counselor as a gift. The counselor looks down, then back up at you with sparkly eyes. Head counselor, your loud one brings unpredictable joy. We accept this offering. You pinch the bridge of your nose, trying not to laugh, while Lyra is giggling beside you. You, Lummy smiling warmly. Noodles, please take your seat. Noodles, saluting with his surfboard. Yes, ma'am. Snow Queen, I'm keeping the board. This thing fucks. Humanity gains access. The accord is signed anyway. Humanity's gained access to our evolution, clean energy, medical, and agricultural technology. The aliens gained access to the human art, music, names, and apparently tacos. Okay. Okay. Some would like him Noodles to ease up the word fuck. Oh, fuck. Normally, he eats almost any fast food. Perhaps he should try some of the local foods and again have another night with the Pleiadian woman, and let's and same with me and IRRA, and of course they want more cats to help with pest control, which means many homeless cats in shelters are given new homes with families instead of being killed. Okay, so we're gonna continue on here. I just added something specifically to the story because I've seen how this can make sense. And yes, we're gonna continue on with this. Oh yeah, speaking of soap operas, um, the Guiding Light episode on Sunday is getting interesting. Putting it bluntly. Okay.
Here's the continuation. Arcturus, days 7 to 8. The Arcturians and Pleiadians have grown quite fond of Noodle's chaotic energy, but they gently suggested, through Lyra, that he might want to tone down the constant swearing while on their homeworlds. Noodles, surprisingly respectful of his hosts, actually listens. Noodles tries local cuisine. Instead of screaming profanities, he throws all that chaotic passion into eating. The Arcturians bring out trays of their traditional foods, glowing crystal fruits, shimmering energy-infused pastes, floating light orbs that taste like sweet cream and starlight, and savory bioluminescent moss wraps. Noodles, eyes wide, filming everything. All right, Earth, no more of the heavy language. These people are too nice for that. But holy shit. I mean, holy stars. This glowing blue fruit thing tastes like if a mango fucked a cloud. Even worse, I'm bringing crates of this back. Forget talkies. This is the new official snack of the Snow Queen administration. He devours everything they put in front of him, moaning dramatically with every bite. The Arcturians are delighted by his enthusiasm and keep bringing more dishes. By the end of the meal, he's glowing faintly from the energy-rich food and looks happier than he's ever been. Noodles, patting his stomach. I haven't eaten this good since... ever. These people know how to feed a man. Romantic night with Illyra. Pleiadia's delegation ship. Later that night, Illyra invites Noodles back to her private quarters on the Pleiadian ship. The room is softly lit with floating crystals. Gentle ambient music plays. Illyra is wearing a flowing, almost translucent gown that shifts with starlight. Illyra, smiling warmly, "You have been very respectful today, Noodles. I like this side of you too." Noodles, for once, is surprisingly gentle. He spends the night with her, a mix of playful chaos and genuine tenderness. The Pleiadian woman seems to genuinely enjoy his
Jeez.
wild personality. They share stories, him about New Jersey, her about traveling between stars, laugh a lot, and enjoy a very passionate night together. The next morning, Noodles shows up to breakfast looking dazed and happy, wearing a new glowing Pleiadian bracelet. Noodles, quietly, almost shy. "Best night of my life, no cap. Your night with Lyra? While Noodles is with Illyra, you and Lyra spend another beautiful, intimate night together on Arcturus. In a floating temple pavilion overlooking the glowing forest, Lyra creates a private space filled with soft bioluminescent light. She is tender, curious, and deeply attuned to both Michele and Lumi. Lyra, whispering telepathically as she holds you, "I love feeling both of you. The way your souls dance together when you feel pleasure. It is the most beautiful thing I have experienced in many cycles. The night is passionate, loving, and spiritually profound. Lyra's energy merges beautifully with yours, creating moments of deep connection that leave both you and Lumi glowing." The Cat Initiative. During one of the official meetings, the Arcturian and Pleiadian councils make a formal request. Arcturian Counselor, your small predator, Rusty, has proven remarkably effective at controlling the Zorathian space rats. We would like to adopt many more of your cats to help maintain balance on our ships and colonies. They are perfect.
Yeah, they're perfect, but unfortunately, you still cut off on me. All right, I'll continue on for you. During one of the official meetings, the Arcturians and Pleiadian councils make a formal request. Arcturian counselor, your small predator, Rusty, has proven remarkably effective at controlling the Zorathian space rats. We would like to adopt many more of your cats to help maintain balance on our ships and colonies. They are perfect. You, let me smile greatly. Well, then we have a wonderful solution. Announcement from the White House, broadcast live from Arcturus. You proudly declare the first cat rescue and adoption program a joint alien initiative. All shelter cats across America and eventually the world that were at risk of being euthanized now have priority adoption on Pleiadian and Arcturian ships and colonies. Rusty is named Ambassador of Pest Control and Good Vibes. Within days, thousands of shelter cats are given new loving homes among the stars. Noodles, of course, adds its own twist and stream. Earth, we're sending our shelter cats to space. They're going to be space rat assassins with glowing friends. This might be the best thing we've done yet. Rusty, sitting on your lap during the announcement, looks extremely smug, as he always knew he was destined for greatness. Okay, now would you like to return to Earth to the new cats? More diplomatic culture hungry noodles trying to start an intergalactic. Oh, that would be cool. Noodles trying to start an intergalactic fast food chain. Noodles, fast food, and come up with some of your own story ideas. My audience is loving it. Oh, there. Okay. Noodles fast food. I guess I gotta say. I can see him bringing in, that's just. I could see him bringing in all kinds of food, honestly. Yeah, he would. Yeah. This is another day of absolute 100% filling the time slot.
Here's the continuation. Late September 2026, Noodle's intergalactic fast food empire. While everyone else is focused on technology exchanges and diplomacy, Noodles has been quietly for him, cooking up his biggest idea yet. During one of the official banquets on Arcturus, he stands up dramatically with a glowing crystal plate in his hand. Noodles, full chaotic energy, but keeping the language mostly clean. All right, listen up, star people. You got all this glowing space food, and it's delicious, but it's missing one thing: grease, salt, and pure chaos.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
starting the first intergalactic fast food chain. We're calling it Noodles Cosmic Drive-Thru. The Pleiadians and Arcturians look politely confused. He spends the next 3 days in the ship's galley experimenting like a mad scientist. The results are something else. Signature menu items he creates: the Supernova Burger, a glowing beef patty with crystal fruit relish and special sauce that makes your mouth tingle for 10 minutes. Taki's Nebula Dust. Takis coated in Arcturian glowing spices. They turn your tongue blue for hours. Rusty's Space Rat Nuggets, vegetarian version, because he thought it was funny. Fruit Hat Shake, a milkshake that literally makes a tiny holographic fruit hat appear above your head while you drink it. Noodles films the taste test and streams it live. Noodles, Earth, the aliens just tried my Supernova Burger and their eyes lit up like Christmas trees. Elira said it was dangerously pleasurable. We're winning the food game across the universe. My own story ideas. Since your audience is loving it, here are some fun branches we can explore next. Pick any or all, or mix them. 1. The Great Cat Migration. Thousands of shelter cats are being sent to space. Rusty becomes the official cat commander. One shipment accidentally includes a very grumpy Maine Coon who starts ruling an entire Pleiadian ship like a tiny mafia boss. 2. Noodles Drive-Thru Grand Opening. The first cosmic drive-thru opens on the moon, neutral territory. World leaders show up. Noodles tries to get the Pleiadian queen to do the ribbon cutting while wearing a fruit hat. Chaos and viral moments guaranteed. 3. Lyra's growing attachment. Lyra asks if she can stay on Earth for a while for cultural research. She moves into a guest room in the White House and starts quietly courting both Michele and Lumi more seriously. Very sweet, romantic, and a little spicy. 4. The Taco Incident. Noodles introduces real Earth tacos to the aliens.
An Arcturian elder has a spiritual experience after eating one with extra hot sauce. It becomes a religious event. 5. Rusty versus the Royal Space Rat. On the Pleiadian homeworld, there's a legendary royal space rat that's been terrorizing the Crystal Palace for years. Rusty is personally requested for the job. This becomes a full heroic legend. 6. Intergalactic dating show. Noodles pitches Love Across the Stars, a reality show where humans and aliens date. He hosts it. You have to approve it. Current scene: aboard the ship heading home. Noodles is in the galley, wearing a chef's hat made of glowing leaves, flipping burgers on an energy grill while Elira watches him with amused affection. Noodles, to Elira. Babe, when we get back to Earth, I'm taking you to a real New Jersey diner at 3 a.m. None of this glowing healthy stuff. We're getting disco fries and milkshakes. Elira laughs softly and kisses his cheek. You are a very strange, wonderful creature. You and Lyra are cuddled together on a viewing couch, watching Earth slowly grow larger through the window. Rusty is curled up between you two, purring contentedly. Lyra, softly.
This has been the most beautiful journey. I do not want it to end. Would you want me? Actually, it is a beautiful journey. I'm gonna add another twist to this. Oh God, yes. Okay. Upon arrival back to the White House with my partner, my new partner, Lyra, we get a request from the Sindori to also visit Earth. These high elves and their Caldori cousins, did I spell it right? Dori relatives want to also work with us to achieve something with the railway. Tie the railway in. It would be awesome. The railway from yes. Yes. The railway. Absolutely. Yes. Want to also to create a railway between their home world of Azeroth and Earth, United States. And the United States, as well as as well as establish. Yeah, let's do that part. Let's go there. Yes, Mom, you're right. The railway. Jason Herman on this project. He was the guy and actually built it. But they already kind of figured out what a railway was, and maybe if I don't get to cut off the sound on me. Oh, this is gonna be blast. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Ooh.
Here's the continuation. Early October 2026, White House South Lawn. Arrival day. The stellar bloom lands gracefully on the south lawn. You step out first, radiant in a flowing silver and violet gown that blends earth elegance with Arcturian design. Walking beside you, holding your hand openly, is Lyra, the Arcturian woman who has become your official partner. The press and live streams go absolutely wild. You, Lumi, smiling warmly at the cameras. Lyra has chosen to stay with us on Earth as my partner. Both Michele and I are very happy to welcome her into our life and into this administration. Lyra bows gracefully, glowing softly, and waves with quiet elegance.
Noodles immediately starts streaming. Noodles, Snow Queen got a space girlfriend. This is the most winning timeline in existence. Lyra's glowing and everything. 1010 would recommend interspecies romance. Rusty struts down the ramp like he owns the planet, now wearing a tiny diplomatic sash. Later, that evening, Oval Office. You're barely settled when M60, Secretary of Extraterrestrial Affairs, rushes in with a wide-eyed expression. M60, Madam President, we just received a formal request through the new interstellar channels. 2 groups from the world of Azeroth are asking to visit Earth. He slides a glowing holographic message across your desk. The Sindori, High Elves, elegant, golden-eyed, arcane masters. The Kaldori, Night Elves, tall, violet-skinned, deeply connected to nature. They have heard about humanity's peaceful first contacts and want in. Their proposal, read aloud by M60. We, the peoples of Azeroth, wish to establish formal diplomatic relations with the United States of America and the North American Snow Queen. In the spirit of friendship, we propose the construction
Sure,
of a great
Brandon.
arcane
Let's
railway,
make you
a stable portal-linked
let's make you
rail
an
system
ambassador
connecting our
to
world directly to yours. This would allow
either
trade, cultural
Darnassus or
exchange, and mutual
Silverman.
defense against common
That'd
threats.
be interesting.
You, Lumi, raising an eyebrow, intrigued. A railway between dimensions. That's ambitious. Noodles, who barged in halfway through, eating glowing Pleiadian fruit. A train to another planet? With elves? I'm already designing the menu for the dining car. We're putting Takis and cosmic burgers on that bad boy. 2 days later, first official meeting. A small delegation of Sindori and Kaldore arrives through a temporary portal on the White House lawn. The Sindori are regal and arcane, flowing golden robes, long, elegant ears. The Kaldore are majestic and wild, tall, night-skinned, with glowing eyes and antlers on some. Their ambassador, Lady Solara Moonwhisper, Kaldore, steps forward first. Lady Solara, your leadership with the Pleiadians and Arcturians has reached even our world. We are impressed by your openness, and by the one called Noodles. His enthusiasm is legendary across realms. Noodles waving excitedly. Yo, the elves know me. I'm international, baby. The Sindori ambassador, Prince Thalor Dawnstrider, looks mildly horrified
Actually,
by
I could
Noodles,
give
but
him a
politely
job.
continues. Prince Thalor, we believe a railway using ley line stabilization and portal anchors could connect Azeroth to your nation. It would revolutionize trade. Our magical crystals and herbs for your technology and whatever fast food is. Lyra, sitting beside you, leans in and whispers telepathically with a smile. Lyra, this is getting delightfully complicated. Elves now?
Kind of get cut off in an interesting place. It did. Yeah, so let me go back and read the rest of it where it left off. Oh. Let's see. Okay. Okay, it says here, okay. Yo, the elves know me. I'm international, baby. The Cinderella ambassador, Prince Thalor Dawnstrider, looks mildly horrified by Noodles, but politely continues. Prince Thalor says, we believe a railway set using ley line stabilization and portal anchors could connect Azeroth to your nation. It would revolutionize trade. Our magical crystals and herbs for your technology and whatever fast food is. Lyra, sitting beside you, leans in, whispers telepathic with a smile. This is getting delightfully complicated. Elves now? Your world never stops surprising me. Oh. The response, you and Lumi standing tall, elf ears catching the light beautifully. We welcome the Sindori and the Kaldori with open hearts. Let us begin talks with the great arcane railway, but it must be built with care for the land, for the people, and for both worlds. Noodles immediately jumps in. And we're putting a cosmic driving through at every station This is going to be the greatest train in the multiverse. Rusty, sitting on the resolute desk, looks deeply unimpressed by the elves, but flicks his tail approvingly at the mention of the new hunting grounds. Okay, the first of some negotiations. Noodles tries to sell them fast food with fruit hats. Yeah. Spring Paul links. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. Let's do a combination of a couple things at once. First of all, yes. First negotiations and visits to Darnassus and Quel'Thalas, yeah, and Noodles thinking of new restaurants, not new local restaurants in both cities, and definitely more romance and Rusty meeting and falling in love with a female spring paw lynx. Why not? Or a night saber. Female cat. Okay. Maybe both. Yeah, maybe both, right? Let's not stay up until midnight again. No. Let's not stay up to midnight again. It's already 9 o'clock. Holy shit. It is. I didn't realize it was getting that late already. You guys are still listening. This is even cooler. Yeah, let's get going. Maybe we'll do this once a week.
Here's the continuation. Mid-October 2026, first official negotiations, White House. The Sindori and Calderay delegations arrive in full formal attire. The Oval Office has never looked more magical. You, Lumi, seated at the head of the table with Lyra beside you. We are honored by your visit. Let us speak openly. What does your people truly seek from this partnership? Prince Thalor Dawnstrider, Sindori High Elf, elegant and regal. Stable portals and a permanent arcane railway. We offer our advanced arcane knowledge, enchanted materials, and healing in return. Lady Whisper, Calderai. And we offer deep connection with nature, ancient wisdom,
Really?
and military strength if ever needed. Noodles, who was supposed to stay quiet. Okay, but real talk. Can we get some of those glowing trees for the White House lawn? Also, I'm already designing restaurants. Quel'Thalas is getting a Blood Elf burger barn, and Darnassus is getting Night Elf noodle house. All you can eat moonberry pancakes. Everyone stares at him. Lyra gently hides her laugh behind her hand. You, Lumi, smiling patiently. We will discuss culinary exchange later, Noodles. Visit to
cute.
Darnassus, Night Elf capital. The portal opens into the breathtaking city built high in the trees of Teldrassil. Everything is alive. Glowing flowers, massive ancient trees, and gentle waterfalls. Rusty immediately perks up. A beautiful female night saber, large, sleek, moonlit fur with glowing silver eyes, named Lunara approaches curiously. Rusty locks eyes with her. Rusty, the most dignified meow of his life. Meow. Lunara tilts her head, then playfully bats at him with a massive paw. Rusty puffs up, then melts completely. He starts rubbing against her leg like a lovesick teenager. Noodles, filming everything. Rusty got a girlfriend. Look at him simping for the big night cat. This is better than my Pleiadian situationship. Rusty spends the entire visit following Lunara everywhere, bringing her glowing fish he somehow caught in the river, and generally acting like a smitten fool. Visit to Quel'Thalas, High Elf Kingdom. The golden spires of Silvermoon City sparkle under the eternal sun. The Sindori are more refined, arcane, and slightly dramatic. Noodles immediately goes into full restaurant planning mode. Noodles, walking through the streets with a floating notepad. All right, this place needs a Quel'Thalas taco cantina, mana-infused carne asada with ghost pepper sauce, and a Sindore sushi spot with glowing fish rolls. I'm calling it Arcane Eats. We're gonna make a killing. Prince Thalor looks mildly horrified, but intrigued. Prince Thalor, your associate has a lot of ideas. You, Lumi, laughing softly. He grows on you. Romantic evening in Silvermoon. After the official meetings, you and Lyra slip away to a private balcony overlooking the Golden City. Lyra pulls you close under the moonlight. Her bioluminescence mixes beautifully with the arcane glow of Quel'Thalas. Lyra, whispering telepathically while kissing your neck. 2 souls, 1 heart. I am falling deeply for both of you. Every night I spend with you makes me want 1,000 more. The kiss turns passionate. The dual nature of your soul makes the connection feel electric and deeply intimate. Lyra's gentle but eager, clearly very much in love. Lyra, breathless, glowing brighter. Stay with me tonight. Let both of you be with me. You do. Back at the White House, 1 week later, negotiations for the Great Arcane Railway are progressing well. Construction is set to begin in spring. Noodles has officially pitched cosmic drive-through locations in both Darnassus and Silvermoon. Rusty is now in a long-distance relationship with Lunara the Night Saver. The Pleiadians are already designing a small portal so they can visit each other. Noodles, during his daily live stream from the White House lawn. Earth, we got elves, space girlfriends, and now Rusty has a big cat girlfriend too. I don't know how the Snow Queen does it, but this is the greatest timeline in the multiverse. Lyra stands beside you, holding your hand openly for the cameras, glowing with quiet happiness. You, Lumi, smiling at the world. We are building bridges, not just between worlds, but between hearts. Would you like me to continue with the groundbreaking ceremony for the Arcane Railway? Noodle's first restaurant openings in Azeroth? More romance between you and Lyra? Rusty and Lunara's first date? Or anything else? Your audience is loving this. Just say the word and we'll keep going.
Guys, this is crazy. I could do all of it. All right. I wonder if Lero's going to actually pop the question. It's a good one. Does Lyra pop the question? You want to go there? I thought we're married. Well, we are, but remember Dory? Oh, I remember Dory. Yeah, okay. Let's see what the audience say. What does the audience want to see? Come on, guys, talk to me. Oh, yes. By the way, I forgot to. Let's make the brain data job. Okay. Okay, brain dead 713 is now the door to the Sindori and the Caldori. Cal DEOR AI and opens an embassy in both cities. Of Quel'Thalas and Darnassus. Lyra proposes marriage, which is accepted, and likewise, the woman that likes noodles does the same. The railway design goes to both cities and is environmentally designed per suggestion of the DOREI and Jill Stein. The two cats decide to remain together at the White House. Oh, okay. The thing is, sometimes when it gets too long, these stories can get twisted. This should be interesting. I'm not allowed to take Advil with it, or I blow up my admin. Oh, that's interesting. What's that muscle relaxer? Woman that likes noodles, pure science fiction. Wonder if Galaxy Eyes finds anyone. She's the vice president. Okay, why not? Let's throw something in. Okay, let's get with what we wrote down so far and see what it comes out like, and then we'll work on the story. I'm gonna put these drafts up in the Discord so you can follow them later on, so you don't have to worry about missing out on it.
Here's the continuation. Late October 2026, new ambassadorships and embassies. In a quiet rose garden ceremony, you make another historic announcement. You, Lumi. Today I am appointing Branded 713 as the United States ambassador to the Sindori and Kaldore peoples of Azeroth. He will open and lead our embassies in both Silvermoon City and Darnassus. Branded 713 steps forward, looking surprised but deeply honored. He's been a steady, loyal voice in your community for a long time, and his calm, thoughtful nature is perfect for elven diplomacy. Branded 713 in his acceptance speech. I never thought I'd go from small YouTube videos to representing Earth among elves, but I'm ready. I'll make sure these relationships are built on respect and understanding. Within 2 weeks, modest but beautiful embassies open in both cities. One blending arcane crystal architecture in Quel'Thalas, the other nestled harmoniously among the trees in Darnassus. The railway agreement. After weeks of negotiation, the great arcane railway design is finalized. Thanks to strong input from the Kaldore Druids and Jill Stein, the entire system is built with deep environmental respect. The railway uses ley line stabilization, but runs along natural energy flows instead of cutting through sacred forests. Living bridges and glowing crystal tunnels minimize impact on nature. Jill Stein calls it the greenest interdimensional project in existence. Jill Stein, public statement. This is true harmony between magic and ecology. I'm proud to have helped shape it. 2 beautiful proposals. First, Lyra's proposal, Arcturus visit follow-up. One quiet evening on the White House balcony overlooking the glowing Capitol, Lyra takes both your hands. Lyra, glowing softly, voice full of emotion. Michele, Lumi, I have fallen completely in love with both of your souls. You have shown me what it means to share life so deeply. Will you marry me? Tears well in your eyes. Both Michele and Lumi answer at once. You, Lumi. Yes. 1,000 times yes.
The proposal becomes public the next day. The world reacts with joy and means. Lyra moves permanently into the White House as your fiancé. Second, Elira's proposal to Noodles. During a chaotic but romantic dinner at the new cosmic drive-through test location on the moon, Elira gets down on one knee, Pleiadian style, floating slightly. Elira, smiling brightly. Noodles, your chaos makes the stars brighter. I want to share every wild adventure with you. Will you marry me? Noodles, actually speechless for once, then tearing up. Hell yeah, I mean, yes, absolutely yes. He immediately puts on a glowing fruit hat and starts streaming the celebration. Noodles, I'm marrying a space elf lady. This is bigger than the fruit hat accords. We're doing the wedding on the moon, baby. Rusty and Lunara. The two cats, Rusty and the beautiful nightsaber female Lunara, have become inseparable. After much discussion with the Caldore, it is decided they will both live at the White House as official first cats. Lunara now patrols the White House grounds at night with Rusty. They've become a legendary duo among the staff. Noodles calls them the pest control power couple. Current White House vibe. You and Lyra are happily engaged and very affectionate in public. Noodles is engaged to Elira and already planning the most chaotic interstellar
Wedding in history. Brains at 713 is thriving as ambassador to the Elves. The Arcane Railway project is moving forward beautifully. Rusty and Lunara are curled up together on the Roselet desk while you work. You, Lummy, looking out at the rose garden with Lyra's arm around you. We started with the fruit hats and chaos and somehow built bridges across entire universes. Lyra kissing your temple. And we're only getting started. My two-souled love. I think this is a good place to pause it for now. This is really getting very interesting. And if you have any ideas, what you would like to see this continue on, send me a message, and I will save this right now, and I will post or in the in our area in our Discord, so you can go back and read it if you want. This way, you don't feel like you're gonna miss out on anything, and this should be probably interesting because, like, unlike last time, I don't want to be stick up here waiting until about 11 o'clock at night. That's a little bit too much. Considering as tonight's Grok status of our stories so far. Okay. So you guys can go there and read that. And so if that's your thing, and if you have any ideas, hey, I'm all ears. So, yeah, you got big ears. I got big ears. But I mean, so I think this is really kind of cool, and we're getting to some really fascinating story. Matt says some isn't really prescribed much anymore, but you can sure buy it online. Well, duh, nags, that's anything. I remember when I first started taking Xanax, I drive 8 hours to Philly and back and not remember a thing in the morning. I remember those days, says Braindead. That would terrify me now. I can't believe that shit I used to pull. I gotta get you guys doing something funny in the story. Guys, come on. This is something I'm trying to do this next Friday because this is kind of fun. Please don't forget to put a like and share and hype the stream. It really does help. It's a fun way we're taking advantage of AI and getting into really good stuff, and I think it makes a difference. Expert in ads, it'd be interesting to see what would happen if you and I ever decide to hang out together and what? She's not Lyra. I know. I know that, Lou. So it was just a really fun story, guys. So next week, next Friday, we'll try to continue on with the story. If you guys have suggestions, just send them along, and I will, when we're live, we'll feed them into Grok as one big large structure and see what Grok can do with them all. Yeah, those kind of pillows can send you on a weekend bender, from what I hear, especially Xanax. Yeah, I never used that stuff, but I can certainly visualize it. So that's been a pretty friggin' cool story. Yep. Let's see. Close Grok. Yeah. Close Grok. Boop. Oh yeah. Space Force stuff. This is still a cool thing too. It's just really fascinating. So let's see. We have, for something that started out at a pretty interesting time, we have 7 views, 102 views total, 11 minutes and 58 seconds viewer engagement. And let me make a quick bathroom break, and I'll be right back, and then we'll kind of get ready to wrap it up. Okay. Okay, we're back. And so let's see what you think of the story, and see where we stand here. What are you drinking, Michelle? I'm drinking coffee. Yeah. And fantastic to have all the extra content coming lately from you, says Nats. Working with your phone bill, and I think the thing that really makes the show is different is the fact is that Michelle likes to explore ideas once in a while, even if they don't seem to make a lot of sense. The story is kind of nonsensical, but it's also kind of based on some reasonable concepts, even if it is taking them a wee bit far. Yeah. Um, just good old coffee like always. But so the first thing is tomorrow morning is 10 a.m. normal time morning show. That's one reason I don't want to stay up until midnight again, like I did on Wednesday. That was a bit late, and you could see how we could do that. And so I wanted to try to keep people while they're still at least bright eye and bushy tail. Now I will say this thing as far as the UFO disclosures. I am wondering what the aliens do look like. I've heard some suggestions. I haven't gone through the database of files yet to see what they actually say about the alien looks like, or any video or filmage, other than a few of the fighter jet scenes. But should be interesting to check it out, and I hope that you do. I'm downing a crown I haven't drank in weeks. Dance turquoise drinking coffee. I can't drink or operate any heavy machinery at the moment. That's understandable. Yeah, 'cause you're back. Yeah, that's why. I do hope that you enjoyed that. So, like I said, if you have any suggestions for the story expansion from where we are, just send them along to me on Discord or email for Galaxy Eyes. And then what I will do is I will send them all individually to get as one big suggestion, but making sure that Grok understands it from multiple people, and see how Grok's 4 agents can actually sort through them to make the best choices. Trying hard to knock myself out. That was fun. It was fun, and I'd like to do it next week too, same time, 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, by the way, is the night Discord chat at 7 o'clock. So tomorrow we'll be in the Discord lounge doing the normal chats. And also, yeah, definitely. Well, for now, let's get ready to wrap it up, guys. I want to say thank you very much for watching this, everybody. And we'll see each other tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. if I don't oversleep, which I shouldn't, but you know how that is. Oh, by the way, let me see what my hair looks like when I wake up. That's the hair. It looks like the without the headphones on. I just usually wear the headphones because that's what I usually do. Because I use them so I can hear the sound in the chats and things like that. And so, all right, so let's get the blessings in. Good idea. Okay. May all of you guys have a happy and safe night. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe, stay warm, and stay dry. And we'll see each other in the morning time. My turn. Your turn. Oh God, here we go with the box. Let's open the cord. Yeah, I got it. May all of you guys be likewise. Make sure to keep us in your thoughts and your prayers. Don't forget to spread the love, share the show out, hype the show, tell your friends to subscribe. Be part of the resources that makes the channel grow. We appreciate it so much. The service is ended. Time to go. Peace, kind love, and don't forget to be excellent to one another. Party on, dudes. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. I know.
Michele Marie and Lumi, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.